swear to God, I always take like so long to start my video. I just sit here and just... Okay. Hello lovelies. If this is your first time here, my name is Crystal. If this is not your first time here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 20-week pregnancy update. If you have not seen my announcement video or my first trimester update video, then I will have both of them listed in the description box down below if you want to go watch those before you watch this video, just so you kind of get like a backstory and, you know, are kind of like up to date with everything until now. So yeah, before we jump into this video, let me quickly give you my spiel here. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up either right now or before you leave the video, because that would be very helpful to me. If you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe either right now or before you leave the video, just because it'll be nice to have you and I would love to have you be part of this little piece of the internet that I call mine. And also, I always like to have a comment of the day for all of my videos. So today's comment of the day is going to be what you think the gender of this baby is. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. As you guys are watching this, as I said, it will be May 10th if you are watching this on the day that it is uploaded. So as of May 10th, I am 22 weeks and 2 days pregnant. Like 13 to 14 weeks, I started to feel little bitty tiny movements. And it's very true what they say, like they do honestly feel like flutters or like muscle spasms or like gas bubbles is what some people call it. So yeah, I started to feel little movements about 13 or 14 weeks. And then at 18 weeks, I felt full on kicking. And then at 18 weeks and 5 days, I saw the baby kick for the first time. It was just like a little bitty like, hey mom, I'm here. This baby has been so active. And I am talking so active. It was actually really freaking cute. The other night, I went and got Jay from work and we came back home and, you know, we laid down to go to sleep and he had put his hand on my stomach, like the way we were like spooning and the way we were cuddling, he had his hand on my stomach. And the baby like was kicking his hand, and of course he had just got off of a 12-hour shift, so obviously he was tired. He fell asleep, but the baby was like having a party. It was like the baby knew that, you know, dad was home and that was dad's hand, and the baby just was like having a party, kicking like crazy, flipping like crazy. Like it was insane. And it was so cute and it just made my heart so happy. So then we did get an ultrasound at 15 weeks and 1 day. I don't know if I actually went into detail, I can't remember for the life of me, if I went into detail about the fact that we didn't get an ultrasound whenever we first went to the doctor. Because we didn't get into the doctor until 12 weeks, they told us that we were going to have to wait until 20 weeks to get an ultrasound. Otherwise, we were going to have to go to like a third party. 15 weeks rolled around and it was just like, Jay was like, we're going to find out the gender. So he called the place and they actually had an opening that day. So I was 15 weeks and 1 day and we went to sneak peek. It's like a 30-minute appointment, I think it was. And it was so funny because the baby was super stubborn. And like it was like the baby did not want us to know. Like I said, it was like a 30-minute appointment and I swear to you, it took the ultrasound tech 20 to 25 minutes to find the gender. It was crazy. Like that ultrasound was when I realized that that was definitely the baby moving that I was feeling, because when she was doing the ultrasound, you can obviously see the baby, and you could see the baby like moving and kicking and everything like that. And I was like, oh yeah, like that's definitely what I'm feeling. Like to see it on the screen and like feel it at the same time, I was like, yeah, that's it. So then we had our second doctor's appointment at 17 weeks. This is when we finally got to meet our actual doctor. It was a very quick appointment. She ordered my blood work, whatever. So the first appointment I went to, I was supposed to get blood work done and I didn't, and I was like, oh, I'll just go back and get it done, and I just was like psyching myself out because I've never had blood work done before, and I was freaked out, nervous as hell I was going to pass out or something, so, or that it was like going to hurt super bad. But the good news is that I have really good veins apparently, and yeah, so I actually ended up having to get 2 blood work orders done at once. And when the lady like pulled out all of the vials that she needed, I swear to you, she had like 10. And I was so scared. I was like, well, there's no turning back now, but that's a lot of blood you gotta take from me. So it actually didn't end up hurting at all. It was just like a super tiny little pinch. I didn't pass out. Everything was fine. We went and got food right after and it was all good. So one of the blood work orders that I got done was just like to make sure that I don't know what the first one was, but the second one was the quad screen, and that's whenever they check for genetic, what do they call it? Genetic, I don't know. I can't think of what it is, but basically they're just checking to make sure everything is okay with the baby. And that actually came back good, and I was very happy to hear that. So then my doctor ordered the 20-week anatomy scan, which we got done on April 20th. And like I said, the baby is super active and healthy and measuring exactly where they are supposed to be, like measuring exactly at my due date, which is perfect. So we actually had our third doctor's appointment on May 2nd, and I was thinking that I wasn't going to see the doctor this time, but we did end up seeing her. But anyway, so she, was just talking to me about everything, making sure everything was okay, normal stuff. And then now that I'm over the halfway mark, she is going to start measuring my belly every time and, just seeing if the baby is measuring big or small or whatever, and, obviously go from there. So she measured the baby and she said that the baby was actually measuring 22 weeks, but she said that that's pretty normal because I was 22 weeks in one day, and then also, or 21 weeks in one day, and then also she was like, the baby could just be stretched out, like, just whatever. So that could be another reason why it was measuring further ahead. So then she listened to the heartbeat, and it was funny because the baby like kicked her and like ran away and like kicked her and rolled away and kicked her, and like she finally was able to hear the heartbeat very, very, very briefly, but enough to, tell us that everything was okay. Wow, my notes are really all over the place. So, please bear with me. Whenever we went to the 20-week ultrasound, I had my legs crossed on the table, like I was obviously laying down and I had one leg on top of the other. And she actually told me not to do that because like whenever you're pregnant, you have bad circulation already. And whenever you like put one foot on top of the other, it's not good for your circulation. So I've been very consciously trying to not cross my legs anymore, which is very difficult for me because every time I ever sit down anywhere, I always cross my legs. So, very difficult to do, but I can't remember when this happened, but I feel like it happened pretty early for me. So I am actually like a full-blown stomach sleeper. Like I always, always, always have always fallen asleep on my stomach. Like that is just the most comfortable position for me. And I don't, like I said, I don't remember when it happened, but I feel like 12 to 15 weeks, somewhere around in there, I wasn't able to sleep on my stomach anymore. So I just want to talk about some symptoms now because I feel like I didn't get to all of them in my first trimester update. Like I forgot a bunch of them. Like my cravings aren't really that insane to me. Like they're not really as prominent now. You know, every time we're talking about like what to eat for dinner or breakfast or anything, like any meal that we talk about making or getting, Jay's always like, you know, what are you craving? What are you craving? And I'm like, really? I'm not craving anything. Like I'm just not craving. I've been eating a lot more cereal, but I'm kind of thinking that might be because of the heartburn, because milk is a very good like reliever for heartburn. Another thing that I noticed is that last week, so I mean, I guess whenever I wrote this it was like 2 weeks ago, but like last week and this week kind of as well, I have been craving coffee like crazy. So obviously, if you don't know, in pregnancy you are supposed to limit your caffeine intake. So I have read everywhere that it's 200 milligrams a day is how much you can consume. I try not to be anywhere close to that. So what I try to do is if I have a cup of coffee for the day, that's it. Like I have coffee and then the rest of the day I drink water. But then like if I don't have a coffee, I will have like, we've been buying the little bitty cans of pop that have like 20 milligrams, whatever, of caffeine in it. So like realistically I could have like 5 of those. But like I said, I have just been trying to limit it and not get anywhere close to the 200 milligram mark. And it's funny because right before I got pregnant, I wanted to stop drinking pop. Like I didn't want to drink pop anymore at all. Like I was strictly drinking Sprite, which is caffeine free. And then I got pregnant and I craved Coke like crazy. I don't know. So, some of the other symptoms that I have listed here, this little chunk right here, all symptoms that I wrote down so I wouldn't forget. So one of them that I've had towards the end of the first trimester and definitely a lot within the second trimester has definitely been like a little bit of insomnia, which I really wasn't expecting. Like I definitely read that you could have insomnia, but I like wasn't expecting it. Another thing is that I've had round ligament pain. So that's basically just whenever your uterus is stretching and like you can feel it stretching. Another thing that I had is chest pain. Like the other night my chest hurt so bad and I was like, oh my god, am I having a heart attack? Am I dying? But it's all just part of pregnancy because all of your organs are all over the place and they're all just out of whack. So the uterus is like pressing on the diaphragm and that's what's happening with that. So, I feel like my belly has officially popped. I'm like 21 weeks, I think. Maybe like 21 weeks. I feel like it finally like popped. Like I really look like I'm pregnant now. My belly button, if you guys watched my first trimester update, I told you guys, I'm pretty sure my belly button is going to pop. Like it's going to become an outie. It's like halfway there. I will show you guys a belly shot at the end of the video, obviously. So you'll see it then. But yeah, the belly button is definitely like halfway there. I still have to pee all the time. I thought I had read that the second trimester wasn't supposed to be as like hard on your bladder, but it definitely has been just the same as the first trimester. I still have to pee all the time, but it could also be because I'm drinking a lot of water. Like I drink a lot of water, you know, you have to hydrate the baby. Another random thing is I had one random nosebleed. And I'm pretty sure that happened like in the first trimester, like right towards the end of it. I don't remember when it happened, but it was just like one random nosebleed. We were in the middle of something and my nose just started bleeding and we both like freaked out. Jay's over here like Googling it, like what the hell? And yeah, so it was very scary, but it is normal. So then I started getting back pain at like 18 to 19 weeks. However, I think it might be because of the side sleeping, because I've kind of gotten better about like not sleeping in the same position all night, and I feel like that's kind of helped. Another thing is that I have been hungry all the time. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like obviously the second trimester you have like an increased appetite, and it is definitely true. Like I swear to you, when Jay is not here, I eat and I eat and I eat. And I do not stop eating. Another thing that I've been having a lot lately is an itchy stomach, which I know that just means that your skin is growing, and I've been trying to like stay on top of moisturizing it, but I know I haven't been very good at it. So yeah. Another thing is my boobs are massive. Massive. Oh my god, they're huge. I have never been the type of person that would have, like, I've just always had small boobs, and like my boobs are huge. Huge. Oh my god. Another thing that I've noticed is that my hair has been like dry, which is not, I don't know, like I feel like my hair has never been like really oily or really dry, but I feel like my hair has been very dry because of the prenatals, which I talked to my hairstylist and she actually said that that is a very common thing for that to do. So yeah, I thought prenatals were supposed to make you like beautiful or whatever. Why is it drying out my hair? My nails were doing so good, so good. And I was actually like telling myself like, okay, your nails look really good, Crystal. You just need to like shape them up and, you know, la da da, and shape them up and paint them and they'll be good. And then I just like kept putting it off and kept putting it off, and I ended up taking my nail polish off, and then I was going to repaint them and I just put it off, and here we are. I have no nails again because they all broke. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I remembered to write this down. So, 2 more things and then I'm done, okay? 1, I have always been one of those people that gets cold so easily. Like, I get cold so easily, so easily. I think it was towards the end of my first trimester, I started getting hot. Like I was just hot all the time. I am the type of person that I have to have a blanket on me in order to sleep. I can have like 1 foot out or something like that, but I have to have a blanket on me. Literally, half the time I cannot sleep with a blanket on me. Another thing, the last thing that I am so glad that I wrote down is crazy dreams. Oh my god, I have had the most insane dreams since getting pregnant. And yeah, so that is actually it for the 20-week pregnancy update. Let me show you a bump shot. Hang on. Okay, so from the front, I still like don't really look pregnant. I'm wearing a dress right now, but you know, whatever. And then from the side, alright, so that is actually it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment of your gender prediction down below. Let's have a conversation. Join the little piece of the internet that I call mine, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.